So I will warn you, parts of this video where we will be changing Kingsley's bag and recycling, it can be a bit gory. It's not for the faint-hearted, but it is what we deal with, and I know that thousands of other people out there deal with on a daily basis. I just want to emphasise the fact that Kingsley isn't hurt in any way during this. He's just like a typical baby, doesn't like laying still and wants to get up and crawl and move and do everything while we're trying to recycle and sort the bag. So as many of you probably know by now, the bags don't last that long and we end up with a situation like this. So we're going to show you how we change Kingsley's bag because he is covered in poo. So this is what happens, the problems we're explaining when the bags start to leak. As you can see here, the poo is leaked out to the side and has covered poor Kingsley. So we're going to clean this up now. Okay, so when you change the bags and you're recycling, emptying, anything really to do with the bags, it is a good idea to do with someone else, as I have my lovely assistant here. Say hi, Nan.
Hi,
Nan. Because it will just make life easier. Obviously, babies, they start wriggling around everywhere. So you need as many pairs of hands as you can get. So as you can see here, the bag is pretty much come away where the poo has leaked. We have got the adhesive remover spray, which I will show you now. Where are you going, mister?
You're looking at it, look.
Where are you going? So here, you can see is Kingsleys Stoma where the poo comes out. This bit here is being covered. There's not much left of it. Just bear with me a second. Kingsley, where are you going? Where are you going? So we're going to clean this up now just with simple baby wet wipes. Get rid of most of the poo. Where are you going, mister? Kingsley.
He's looking, he's watering.
So now I can give you a better idea of some of the things that we've tried to explain to you previously. Here is Kingsleys Ileostomy. This hole here is the hole that we recycle the poo back through, which I will show you shortly. This one here is where the poo comes out of. This is basically two parts of Kingsleys intestines have been cut in half, and these two openings have been made to allow for Kingsley to poo, and obviously us to then act as his intestines by recycling, pushing the poo back through down into his lower part, and enables him to poo through his bum like a normal person should. So as you can see, we've got a pretty full bag here. Kingsley has had this on for most of the night. We are now going to empty this into this little pot by here. It is a messy job. It does take a couple of times to do to practice. What are you growling at, mister? So we're going to simply empty that into the pot here. And this is what we're then going to use to recycle back through Kingsley's body. Okay, so to recycle, obviously as you can see, we've got the poo from Kingsley's bag here, and it's quite thick. We are going to pop it into this syringe and use this tube here to push it back through Kingsley's hole. So I'm just adding some saline here to make the poo a little bit thinner, otherwise you will struggle to push that through that tiny tube. Okay, so I've added saline with this now, and I'm just mixing it round. As you can see, it's a lot thinner, more liquidy, and we're going to draw it up now into the syringe. When we first started recycling, we were only doing about 10 ml. Now we pretty much do as much liquid as we can. And we've got bits of carrot in there, as you can see, that he had for tea yesterday. Okay, so we then push the solution to the top to stop any air bubbles, because you don't want to be pushing air back through, as you will give him trapped wind. So once you have attached the tube onto the end of the syringe, You gently push it through. You don't want to, as I said earlier, push all of that air through into Kingsley's stomach, otherwise you will get really bad trapped wind. So now we're going to take all of this and we're going to pop it through this hole here. Just do it gently. As you can see, Kingsley is super interested in what's going on. All right, mate, keep still. Keep still.
All right, babes.
Okay, so you just gently push it through. Sometimes you will get a bit of resistance. Just give it a quick wiggle. Squirt a little drop through, and it will pass through into the hole then. Hi, mister, where you going? Sit down.
Say hi, honey.
Okay, so once this is in, you slowly push the substance from the syringe through. All right, mate. Up. Where's he going? Kingsley. Come on, hold his leg. There we are. As you can see, he's wriggling right round, so it is difficult. That's why you need some help to try and keep him in place. Okay, so now that's in. We're going to push the poo through gently. I will say the first couple of times we did this, we ended up pushing the poo from the syringe too fast and too hard, and that resulted in poo squirting on everyone and Kingsley. So you have just got to be careful and take your time, otherwise it's just an absolute disaster.
What are you doing? What are you doing to you, baby?
Keep still, mister. Keep still. I know. Oh, are you telling me off? Are you telling me off? All right, mate, won't be long.
Kingsley, what are you doing
Nearly
to
done.
baby?
Hey, hey, you're trying to get this syringe, aren't you? Hey?
Yeah.
As you can see, it's not the easiest of jobs, and it does take a good few times of practice before you will feel confident to do it. I can remember when me and Michael first started and the nurse was showing us in the hospital and we were just like, oh my God, what are we doing? Nearly there, mate. Nearly there.
Yeah, good boy.
Nearly there. Yes, he is. Oh, he's having a wee.
Oh,
Just did a wee wee on Mummy's hands. Thanks for that. Yeah. Are you telling us off, are you?
yeah, he's having a
Okay, so now we've just simply removed that tube. We're going to give it a quick wipe, quick clean up. As you can see, it does get really messy. Thank God for these disposable pads, otherwise our poor carpet would be covered in poo and God knows what. Okay, so now we're going to use one of these salts bags to put back over the stoma. We'll show you how we do that now. If I just find my scissors, there they are. So we use these special curved scissors. To start off with, we were using stencils. Now we cut them freehand because the stoma does change shape quite a lot. So if I show you cutting these, it's pretty much just like a simple circle. Like that. Sometimes you will cut them too big or too small. You can just make it a little bit bigger, or you can fill it in with some putty or some paste like I'll show you later on. Okay, so as you can see around here, the skin is a little bit irritated where obviously the bags are being applied and removed. Picked up a tip along the way. Calamine lotion helps soothe the skin around the stoma when it does get irritated, and it also helps with the sticking of the bag. So we're going to pop a bit of this on first. So we've just poured a little bit on there and we're going to dab it around the stoma site.
Okay.
Yay. Proper wriggler today, isn't we? Okay, we're just going to let that dry for a couple of seconds now.
Okay. Don't be long now. Okay.
Okay, and then we're going to peel back this. And we're going to place it over the stoma. And there you can see going through. All right, mate. Fits around there perfectly. You're going to place your hands over the top for a couple of seconds to enable that it's being stuck. Oh, we're a right whingy bend today. Okay. Won't be long, honey. Okay, so then we fold the bottom shut. We don't want him to start pooing and coming out the other end. We're going to pop a bit of Vaseline onto this sterile wipe here. We're going to cover the other hole that Kingsley has. We have been told that we need to keep this lubricated so we are able to use it for recycling so it doesn't dry up. So we'll just do that. Simply get a bit on your finger. Fold it up so it's a little bit smaller because it's only a small hole. Wipe it on there. This is usually the part where Kingsley likes to try and grab it off you. I think he's preoccupied with something else there. So we cover that and we get a bit of surgical tape. And we're going to place that over the top to keep it covered. And that's it. So me, my mum and my nan were cleaning up, and as you can see we have spilt the poo pot. This will happen God knows how many times. We have had to repaint a couple of walls because they've been splattered in poo. Now you can see he's perfectly happy and settled, currently smothering his face in blackberry jam.